Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Some authors' actual lives are at least as interesting as any mysteries that they write. Such is the case with Isabel Briggs Meyers, who, along with her mystery writing, co-created the very popular personality inventory. She was very much a student of psychology, and she was a big part of that particular personality inventory. But let's switch the focus and take a look at one of her mysteries today. Turn the spotlight on Murder Yet to Come. On Armistice Day, 1928, famous playwright Peter Jerningham, his secretary John McAndrews, he calls Mac, and his friend homicide detective Carl Nilsson are returning from a hunting trip when they stop for a meal. At the restaurant, they overhear a distressed phone call. Before long, the man who was on the phone approaches the three and introduces himself. He is Heldon Riker, a business associate of tycoon Malachi Trent. Riker asks if the three would accompany him to Trent's home, Cairnstone, which is near Philadelphia, to help rescue Trent's niece and ward, 17-year-old Linda Trent. She's been a virtual prisoner in the house for all of her life, and Riker wants to take her away. Jerningham, McAndrew, and Nilsson agree, and the four head to Cairnstone House. At the house, they hear a loud crash and a woman scream. They find the door locked, though, and have to break in. Once they're inside, they find the library where the crash happened, but it's locked too. Outside the door is David Trent, Trent's grandson. With his help, they break into the library and find the body of Malachi Trent. Linda's in the room too, but she is too dazed to be of any help. At first, it looks as though Trent fell off a stepladder he was using to retrieve some books. But Jerningham soon has his doubts. But if Trent was murdered, it seems the only suspect is Linda, since she was in the room at the time. The library was locked from the outside, and so was its window. David Trent and Riker both insist that Linda must be innocent. Despite the appearances, they are convinced. If she is, though, Jerningham, McAndrew, and Nilsson have to work out how anyone else could have committed the crime and who it could have been, and they'll have to do it quickly if they're going to prevent another murder. So, what are the elements in this novel? What keeps it going and keeps it flowing along? Well, this is one of those impossible but not impossible sorts of crimes, so the reader is invited to figure out how the murder is done. My edition of the book has a map, and there is enough description so the reader can look at the possibilities and work out how it might have happened. Not surprisingly at all, there's also a strong element of psychology in the novel. Why, for instance, was Linda not allowed to leave the house? What is her history? What sort of person was Malachi Trent, and how did that impact those in his world? All of this plays a role in what happens in the story. Cairnstone House is the setting for most of the novel, and it has a personality all its own. It's an older house with a few floors, various hallways, some unused rooms, and so on, dusty corners. Trent had two domestic employees, a cook housekeeper and his personal servant, who are in their ways just as enigmatic and eerie as the house is. The house and its occupants add to the tension in the story. The story is told from McAndrew's point of view, first person, past tense. He relates what the other characters do along the lines of Arthur Conan Doyle's Dr. Watson. We learn things as McAndrew does, and we see the characters through his eyes. Jerningham is quick thinking and bright, but he does make mistakes. Nilsson is intelligent as well, with no sense of the bumbling detective that appears in some Golden Age novels. The three protagonists make an effective team, and although it's Jerningham who solves the case, he's not too arrogant to acknowledge the work that McAndrew and Nilsson do. Murder Yet to Come is a Golden Age impossible crime story. It features an eerie sort of house, a psychological theme to the story, an interesting author backstory, and 3 protagonists who get drawn into a murderous scheme. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kimberg. Thanks for watching.